Hi, Thinking Pinkie, or Pinkie, however you call yourself.
Gee, mate, what do you want to do tonight?
Same thing we do every night, Pinkie. Try to take over the world.
I recently came across your video, The Modern Atheist Idiot, and you claim to be an atheist in your video. Well, I gotta say, your defense of religion, specifically Christianity, is very, very wrong. Let's watch.
Nowadays, I see so many people patting themselves on the back for being an atheist. Congratulations, you're a special one.
Start off by saying that atheism has been around for years and years, going back, for example, to the Greeks and moving forward into the Enlightenment. I know I'm quickly summarizing the history of atheism, but I'll say that because it's only more prevalent now because the media has covered it more, especially with the release of several books. I don't pat myself on the back for simply being an atheist, and I don't see myself or any other atheist as being special. I see myself and others as human beings, and judge people by their character.
You don't believe in God? Good for you. I don't care.
It's good that you don't care, so what's the point in making this video?
And you guys hate it when religious people shove their beliefs down your throat?
I really don't care what religion people follow. I don't like it when I see religious bigots using their religion as a tool to cite hatred against non-believers. I don't like it when Christian creationists try to push creationism into the classroom. I don't like it when Islam forces women to wear burqas to cover themselves. Get the pattern? Religious intolerance is what I care about. I care about this issue when religion harms society, and yeah, it's hard not to ignore when it does.
But go around saying, there's no God, guess what, you're doing the exact same thing.
No, when that happens, we're addressing faulty arguments made by Christian apologists. It's the religious that make the positive claim that there is a God, and when we provide logical counter-arguments that address why they're wrong, folks like William Lane Craig and Ray Comfort continue to sell their snake oil salesman arguments. We provide reasons for why God or any of the deities in other religions don't exist.
And you know what? You're making yourself look like a fucking idiot. That's right.
Score one for making an insult at us. Seriously, calm yourself down. You seem to be unnecessarily emotional in this video. On top of that, this video, judging by the rest of your content, seems out of the blue. What caused you to make this insulting rant?
I'm an atheist, and I don't go around shoving that down people's throat. And whether you like it or not, religion is important.
Well then, that's your cup of tea. If you want to continue playing with ponies, go ahead. No one's telling you otherwise. You seem to be the one who's upset here. Again, context. You're an atheist, but you're upset with atheists making arguments against the religious. Sounds a bit like nonsense.
The Bible is one of the most important pieces of literature.
To religious people it is, and yeah, to atheists, it's important that we provide why it's disastrous for society. So I guess Homer's The Odyssey or Plato's Republic aren't that important, huh? And I guess we could say the same thing about the Bible with the Quran, the Torah, the Book of Mormon, and Dianetics.
For some reason, atheists seem to think that Christianity is the only belief.
First, no. There are other religions out there. And secondly, by belief, I think you mean religion.
And you like to believe that atheism means anti-Christianity.
Well, there are some atheists who are anti-Christian, like myself, even anti-Catholic, myself being an anti-theistic atheist, who views all religion as a terrible idea, and their reasons are understandable. Christianity, at its extreme, is horrific. Go read the Bible cover to cover sometime. However, not all atheists are necessarily anti-Christian.
It doesn't. It just means lack of belief. It just means you don't believe in anything.
You don't believe in anything? You clearly have never really studied atheism, have you? Atheism is simply the rejection of God or gods. You're mistaking atheism for nihilism. I think WildwoodClaire made the same point to you in the comments section of your video. Would it kill you to actually get involved in conversations on religion to understand people's positions?
But for some reason you feel the need to go around insulting Christianity.
Not just Christianity, all religions need to be scrutinized in every way possible. When people believe in a God who creates men and women only to condemn them, and then kills every baby on earth during the flood, and allows all sorts of evil within the Bible, yeah, you wonder why atheists are perplexed by how a loving God could be so cruel.
Why? What did they ever do to you?
Oh, I don't know. they've only harmed other humans in the name of religion, you know, like say Christians who blow up abortion clinics in the name of pro-life activism, and Islam committing the most heinous acts to non-believers. Again, religion at its core is destructive if not in moderation, or at least adapted to secular society. Look at countries like Norway and Denmark.
And Christian beliefs aren't all about God and Jesus.
In order to be a Christian, you must accept that Jesus came down as the Son of God born from a virgin, as outlandish as that may be. Jesus comes after the vengeful God in the Old Testament. Despite how someone would say Jesus was a good guy, that does not excuse the actions of God in the Old Testament.
Treat thy neighbor as you would want them to treat you?
Don't you mean do unto others as you would have do unto you? And the golden rule is not exclusive to Christianity. It's been around longer than that.
The whole way of treating each other well. It's the whole system of being kind to one another. And, of course, the Bible is open for misinterpretation.
Well, those who want to have a modern interpretation of religion, which in some ways is commendable compared to extremist interpretation, according to some atheist thinkers like Sam Harris, the fundamentalists have it right. God does hate homosexuals. Well, and shellfish and tattoos too.
God never said to hate people. He didn't say hate someone because they're gay.
Leviticus 18:22.
But for some reason, some people like to translate it that way.
Because it's written there in black and white in the goddamn Bible for fundamentalists to read.
Oh well. Some reason people like to think that atheism means you hate Christians.
No, again, you come across as not knowledgeable when it comes to religion and atheism. Atheism does not equate to anti-Christianity. It rejects the claims of the Christian faith and the existence of the Christian God.
And I don't understand that. What's so wrong about it? What's so funny about people having a belief?
Yeah, what's wrong with people getting threatened over drawing cartoons of Muhammad? What's wrong with Christians saying God hates fags at the funerals of dead American soldiers?
It's amazing, these people. I don't know why you'd be so proud of being... These people have the ability to have faith in something without proof. They can feel it and believe it there. They know that person's there and they love them with all their heart.
This portion reveals that either you don't know what you're talking about, or you're not really an atheist as you put it in your video, therefore making you dishonest. Again, another point WildwoodClaire made in her comments. People talking to those who have deceased is not normal behavior, and the idea that there's a dimension outside of reality is not plausible without sufficient evidence. Again, educate yourself on the topic.
They know that person will keep them safe always, and they have a place to go after they die.
Which is not rational without evidence.
That's one of the most powerful things ever. It's extremely deep, yet you think it's funny?
No, Pinkie, it's wrong if there's no evidence to suggest otherwise.
All you other atheists out there, what's so important? What's so great about being atheist? So what, you don't believe in something? Who gives a shit?
Simple. I take evidence seriously, and I try to apply skepticism as always. Atheism doesn't define who I am. What defines you is your character as a human, and unfortunately, you don't look good in this instance, despite this being my first encounter with you on YouTube.
Seriously, if you don't give a shit about other people's religions, why should they give a shit about your lack of religion? Why do you have to tell them that they're wrong? Guess what? There's no way of knowing.
Uh-oh! Oprah logic!
What the definition of life is, we will never know. We will never know. You know what?
Until that last breath.
Yeah.
And maybe it's an oh wow one for you,
know,
as it
I
was
could
for
be
Steve
like,
Jobs.
whoa, I should have been praying. All these years, I'm going the wrong way.
Of course there's no way of knowing what happens when we die. However, it's not good to assume that there's a paradise waiting after you've ceased to be. So why is it okay to believe in something if we can't verify it? It doesn't necessarily mean there's no afterlife, it just means that given that our brains are part of the human body, and that there's no evidence for a soul, it's not rational to believe the Christian depiction of the afterlife. Yeah, so I think I'm done trying to reach out to this individual. Insulting and raging about this topic isn't going to help. On top of that, you come across as dishonest when you say that you're an atheist, given that you apply some irrational thinking. Although that could be because you're upset in this video. Again, it doesn't hurt to educate yourself. I mean, why else would I call myself... And
you know what? You're making yourself look like a fucking idiot.
Hello, I'm the Fantastic Skeptic. I make videos on atheism, philosophy, politics, science, skepticism, religion, gender issues, comic books and graphic novels, and other hot topics. If you enjoyed this video and my other content, please rate this video, favorite it if you like, share it on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, or any other social media sites or blogs, and if you like what I do on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel to watch more videos. Thank you all very much for watching.